Place is different. So is every manager. And to effectively work with your boss, you must first understand the type of leader they are. So joining us to talk more about the very different types of leadership styles is executive coach Liz Bentley. Good morning to you. So good to see you.
So good to see you.
So who knew there were so many types of bosses? But you say that you have seen very specifically 4 types of bosses that come up all the time.
Absolutely. And this is so important to identify when you're working in the workplace so you can understand your boss and to deliver to them. So there are 4 types. The first is the commander. This person is goal-oriented. They're very results-driven. They set high standards and they're extremely determined. So they're really going to push you out of your comfort zone. They don't like small talk. They want to move fast and they want to win. Next, we have our cheerleader. These people are people-oriented. They really want to get to know you. They're creative. They've got tons of ideas. They like to move fast, have fun. They're extremely positive and very optimistic. So they say yes to everything. Then we have our caretaker. This is the person who knows everyone's name in the mailroom. They want to create a safe environment where people feel seen and heard, and they want to keep the peace. Last but not least, we have our controller. This is the person who's fact-driven. They love the analysis. They lead with logic. They want to do it right, and they believe everything has a process. So we have to go in order. First we do A, then we do B, then we do C, and they really want to know that things are being done correctly.
How about that? All right, so once we've identified our boss's style, how do you work with them?
Okay, so this is critical because you want to shift your style as an employee to your boss's style. So first, for the commander, be concise. Do not waste their time. Think about what you want to say before you get to the meeting, and always tie your points back to action, moving fast, and the results. Also have strong language when you're speaking to them because they're direct. For the cheerleader, be personable. They want to get to know you and also be flexible because they're a moving target. They always want to be in motion. Sometimes they're canceling their meetings, talking around topics, so you really want to keep them on track and on the timelines. For the caretaker, you want to be reassuring. This boss can be a little bit of a helicopter boss, so you want to reassure them that you can handle the projects and that they can delegate to you. And then for the controller, you want to reassure them that you're going to do it right, that you're going to be correct. Sometimes they lose the big picture because they get so wound into the details, so you want to bring them back to what are the key objectives here.
It's a lot to think about, but such important information. Now, what about when you're starting a job or there's a new boss in place? Is there some ways we can quickly decide, all right, who are we dealing with here?
Right. So this is really key because, as you can see, you're going to have very different styles and they all have very different demands and needs. And also sometimes, Mary, you have more than one boss with this style. So for the commander, we call them the intimidators. They're easy to identify because they're intense, they're intimidating, and they're very direct. Okay, our cheerleaders, they can be easy to find because we call them our mayors. They're always smiling, they're jovial, they're asking you personal questions, and they want to hear about your weekend. Then we have our caretakers, and these ones are what we call our librarians. They're kind, they're demure, they're soft, they're really caring, and you can feel that right away. And last but not least, our controllers, we call them our skeptics. They're the ones with the furrowed brows who are taking things very seriously. They're a little more private. They don't want to hear about your weekend. So keep the personal stuff out of the picture. They want to keep it professional, and they're much more serious.
Okay, well, I love all of this, so thank you so much, really giving us insight into how to manage. We appreciate it. Executive Coach Liz Bentley, always good to see you. Thanks so much. Such great advice, and we'll be right back.